Hello, this is Linda Vettrus-Nichols, and do I have an amazing, actually new author to introduce to you, Namrata Adsul. Welcome, Namrata.
Thank you so much, Linda. Glad to
Absolutely.
be here. Yeah.
Yay. All right, so raising children with love, that doesn't look very lovable on that cover, in an unconscious world. Whoa. What does that mean for you?
For me, this is the byproduct of when you don't raise children with love, I guess.
Oh, right?
Yeah,
They feel locked in.
yeah, you feel trapped, you feel locked in, you are um you're stuck basically in this cage, and that's what the cover of the book, this book, that's what it symbolizes, that it's and love really sets you free, and it's like it's the opposite of it. And
Yeah.
um yeah, yeah.
So like you're locked in to maybe your parents' patterns, you're locked in to your own responses to trauma, those types of patterns. Yeah, it's an interesting cover. What else comes up for you that
It
way?
is those patterns that are created when you are growing up and being raised by your parents, and that carries forward into adulthood, and the kind of choices you make and the kind of decisions you make. It all can be connected to the experiences in your childhood. So that is what keeps you stuck, and it's about then getting over or overcoming those experiences and patterns to then set yourself free. So that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And for you, you were a middle child, you're the middle child, and it seemed like your parents were coming to you for advice, and you kind of took on this role of almost an adult. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it started at a very young age, actually. My younger brother's 2 years younger than me. My older sister, she's about 3 years older than me. And um, even though I was the middle child at one point, because of an accident with my brother, I kind of got into this overprotective zone of like, yeah, I can't let anything happen to him again. And
Mm,
it started there. I was 4 years old, um, and that particular moment that activated that in me. And I think over time it kind of became a habit almost, that like, yeah, if you're going outside. My older sister also was quite of a like an elder sister, big sister, but I think that the dynamics kind of just shifted after a point, and I became the older sister, and not just to my siblings, but sometimes even with my parents when it came to deciding what to do, or deciding what to do at school, or taking those kinds of decisions. And yeah, because I was seen as someone who was doing better, or like, okay, so she knows. And um but I didn't know any better. I just knew based off of my experiences. So um but yeah, because they also didn't know, so it's like, yeah, who knows best, or out of all of us, it turned out to be me. So
oh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. And even like sitting in the car, they're fighting over the window seats, and your attitude was like, oh, somebody's got to settle this. Somebody, and even with, your parents, it's like, well, somebody's got to fix this. You really took it on, and here you were, a little 4-year old who your brother fell and cut his head, and you were just so sure that it was your job to have protected him. So that's really interesting too.
Yeah, it was always just like, okay, let's just get over this, So I mean, so we can all just enjoy, have fun. Like
Yeah.
you're going somewhere in a car, you're driving somewhere, and you're fighting about who gets to sit at the window seat. Like,
Your attitude was, who cares? Let's go.
yeah, like, just be present in the moment. Let's enjoy each other's company. Like, why
I
are you
love
so
it.
fussed about who sits where? And then the parents also like, oh, we just give up, and it's okay, it's fine. Like, they'll figure it out. So it's that kind of, just pushing it onto us, which didn't help either. So that's why I was like, you know what, let me just sit in the middle and get done with it, so we can just go wherever we're going. So Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, to settle things, you just became the adult, right? And that fixed it. I love
To
it.
maintain that peace almost, like I
Yeah.
said, like let's just get go where or like just have going to watch a movie or something. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm not
Not
I
looking
don't
forward to the
care.
fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you also were a teacher for a while when you're from India, and then you lived in Australia for like 10 years, and at some of that point there, you've been a teacher for a while. So you started noticing that the way punishments were laid out at your house had actually affected your nervous system, and like a brush fell into the sink and your whole nervous system went off. So um yeah, what was that like for you emotionally, like going, wait, what is going on?
Yeah, there was a point during COVID when there was a lot going on and work wasn't any easier. So I got into this state of like this hyper aware state of being,
Yeah,
not even like just my mind was like it wasn't that highly activated state of mind, but like my whole nervous system, my whole body felt unsafe
yeah,
because school that I was working on at they had children there coming from really traumatic backgrounds. So every day would be a battlefield, like going
yeah.
in, there are like things
Lots of
being
toys
thrown.
flying through the air.
Yeah.
Hitting your
So,
body. That doesn't feel safe.
yeah.
Mm,
So this one day a brush just fell off and like I got so like it was just yeah, I freaked out and everyone around me is like, what happened? They're like, just laughed it off. But then that day, that's the day I realized my whole nervous system was in shock and like, it was that
yeah.
um a sense of like, yeah, this is it almost also I think everyone went through this during COVID as well, like everything that was bottled up, like
Yeah.
came out came up
Yeah.
onto the surface and
All their past came bubbling up.
yeah. So it wasn't just the work that made this happen. It was like years and years of bottled up emotions and feelings and trauma
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
just yeah
Yeah.
wanted to come out, and that was the moment when it was
Yeah.
just like yeah, I can't handle it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Even you had said your friends really don't know your backstory, and probably because you didn't either, it finally came out, and now there's a book. So thank you for that.
No, thank you for bringing it out of me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because it was all there and I had some sense of it, but actually putting it into words makes it not I mean it's real. Like it's not that it wasn't real, but actually looking at it from an external perspective and then being like, okay, you know what, this is all in the past and that's what helps move
Yeah.
forward. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.